Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a beautiful one with your family today. I was reading this morning, and I had some prayer and meditation time with the Lord, and it was really, really awesome. He gave me some great guidance on some things that I get to do for my family and for our teams and organizations, and for the realization of His kingdom. And the Lord speaks to each person about what it is that He wants them to do. And this morning I was reading from a great book called Courageous Faith, Life Lessons from Old Testament Heroes. It's by Ed Hindson. I highly recommend it for everyone. And of course, my personal talk with God was between He and I, as yours is. But I wanted to share a piece of the chapter here that I just read on becoming a leader, on the price of leadership, because I feel like this can speak to somebody today. He had talked about how Moses had confronted and defeated for God, and of course with God, the mighty Pharaoh, and he's delivering his people out of bondage. But then as he goes into the desert, everything's not going their way, so they begin to whine again, and talks about the different things that he goes through with that, and the time in the desert. In fact, the culmination is that it took 40 long years in the wilderness to learn the lessons God was teaching them. Eventually, Moses brought them to a place of victory. You may be going through a time in your life right now. You may feel like you are in the wilderness. Perhaps the struggle has been long and difficult, and you don't know when you're ever going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Friend, God is there every step of the way, in the times of difficulty as well as the time of blessings. He has not forgotten you. And then he talks a little bit, some personal stories and anecdotes, and I wanted to share this part in closing. When failure comes your way, remember, to fail is to be fully human. God is aware of your limitations. True success is not avoiding failure, but learning what to do with it. To fail is not to be a failure. Babe Ruth is remembered for his home runs, but he also set the record for the most strikeouts. 3. No one is a failure until he stops trying. Thomas Edison made over 5,000 attempts before he finally invented a light bulb that worked. And 4, failure is never final. If you get up one more time, then you fall down. The fear of failure is far greater than the failure itself. If you failed, admit it and start over. Focus on your future, not on your past. Perhaps things haven't gone well and you're in obscurity. This is not the end. It is only the process. It will lead to greater things. You may have lost a position of leadership, been demoted to another job, taken a pay cut, or all the above. Or perhaps everything is going great right now. You may be riding the wave of success. May I remind you, when you're up, have a heart for those who are down. Reach down and lift them up. When they're up and you're down, they can reach down and lift you up as well. Believe it or not, most of us can survive failure. The greatest temptation of all is dealing with success. Moses is an incredible example for us. He was born in poverty, raised in prosperity, sent into obscurity, and returned in victory. What made the difference? He met God in the wilderness. After the burning bush, he knew that he was no longer alone. God was with him. God made all the difference, and He has promised to do the same for you. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving. See you soon.